welcome to Life Extension Live. We are now well into 2023. Woohoo!
Well in?
Well
it's only been
into.
a couple of weeks, right?
Well, that's good, right?
What's today's date?
January 11th,
Okay.
2023. So we're really happy that you're joining us today. I'm Dr. Mike, and of course, my co-host, Dr. Crystal Gossard. And today, listen, we have to do this show because so many people make New Year's resolutions, right? We have a better way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think we'll share that. Not so much New Year's. You know, we'll get into that. But you have an interesting stat.
I do. Yes. Let's get
Would
to
I
the
surprise
stat.
you?
You did.
You were supposed to be ready
I wasn't
with this.
ready. Well, okay. We're in week 2
Yeah.
of January. Research shows by week 1, only maybe 30% or so of people have actually kept their resolutions. So
in week
77% have kept their resolutions for just 1 week.
Right.
But there was another study with over 1,000 participants found that 55% of responders considered their resolutions successful after 1 year. So
That's pretty good.
What are they doing different?
Yeah, what's going on? How are they sticking to these resolutions? And it is an important topic because most of the time we're making these New Year's resolutions because we recognize something
Yes.
in our own lives, whether it's physical, emotional, maybe financial.
Yeah.
Relational, whatever that is. And so these are good things to talk about. Don't forget, Dr. Crystal has her cell phone.
I do.
That means you can talk to us.
Talk to us. Tell us, did you make a resolution?
Yeah, tell us what it is. How's it going? Are you part of that 77% that's already lost it? That's okay.
Or maybe
Don't worry about
the
it.
55%.
Let's be positive.
Yes.
Maybe you're part of the 55% that are still
They
going.
are a part of the Life Extension family. I have a
They're-
feeling they're
a
on
little-
top
yeah,
of it.
Yeah, they're on top. So listen, on today's show, we're going to cover the top 10 New Year's resolutions. Do they work? If not, why not? And what are some of those excuses people use, right? And then we'll talk about how to stick with your resolution. So let's get into this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lay out the top 10 real fast.
All right, top 10 roundup.
Starting with number 10, right? So top 10, number 10, read more. Kind of like that one. Number 9 is good, travel.
Oh, yeah.
That'd
always.
be nice. Number 8, spend more time with family and friends. Number 7, quit smoking. Yes.
That's a good one.
Very good. Number 6, save more money. Or some people say spend less. Good, that's good. Number 5, live life to the fullest. Sounds like something you'd like. Number 4, learn a new skill or hobby. Number 3, get organized. Oh, that's a big one. I like that one. Number 2, weight loss. And the number 1 New Year's resolution is exercise more. There you have it.
There you have it.
Now, you told me technically you haven't made New Year's resolutions, but you're continuing with one you made last year.
Yes.
So let's talk about that because what we're going to do is we're going to share with the audience. I have a couple of these I'm going to do. You have a couple you're going to do. And the first one you've already been doing. Tell us about it.
Yes, exercise. Last year, bringing in 2022, I said, this is my year to get it right.
To get it right.
Fit, to take, well, this was, coming right out of COVID, Dr. Mike.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, all the efforts that I was working towards before COVID went to a halt. My gym closed. I found myself just unsure of what to do, although I have a history of being a personal trainer, which hopefully that gives you some hope because it's not always that easy, but it is that easy.
Well, but so what are you going to do? How are you going to refresh it? What's going to be different this year that's going to help you to carry on another year?
Right. So it's making a plan.
That's very good.
Figuring out your schedule, finding out how the exercise will work within your life schedule, what you have going on. Because, we talk about some of those main excuses. Time is one of the number one excuses.
Well, I have the top 3.
Yeah.
You're right. Let me give you the top 3. Top 3 excuses. You can tell us how you're going to deal with this.
Okay.
Time, money, not sure what, maybe gym expenses, something like that. Time, money, and I'm just too tired.
Yeah. So for time, 30 minutes, I have an hour lunch break. 30 minutes is spent exercising. The last 15 minutes is spent trying to clean up.
and then 15 minutes eating.
But, you know, if you plan out your meals, it really doesn't take you that long to eat a meal.
It does, especially lunch, right? That's usually smaller meals.
So I've figured it out how it fits within my day, and I stick to my schedule. So that works.
Now, what about, you know, the type of exercises? Are you looking to, do you kind of stick with one thing for a while, or do you find yourself wanting to change it up a lot?
I have to do a variety because I get bored. So I will ride my bike. I have exercise videos. I have an at-home elliptical, so I will get on my elliptical. That's my time to really zone out because I put on my headphones and I just get into the music, and it's just a time for me to really decompress if I'm going to be on the elliptical. My husband does a circuit daily, so I kind of, if I want to feel like I want to have a bonding moment with him.
If I want to, I'm not sure today.
If I want to have a bonding moment, because I know it makes him happy if I come and join his circuit.
Yeah.
So I will join his circuit. He has a killer circuit, so I can't do it every day because I'm sore.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So the last question for the exercise. I think one of the hardest things for people is just to actually get started. You know, and I don't mean just like you make your goal and this is the first day. I'm talking you could be 6 months into an exercise regimen, and now it's time to get on that elliptical or turn that tape on. And so many people, it's like, I just don't want to do. Like, how do you get over that?
It's a mind frame, and it's for each individual. I think it's going to be a little bit different, but you also have to kind of go in without these unrealistic goals. And I know we'll talk about we'll talk about that, but I have given up my scale. I know that's very controversial.
We're about to talk about that with my thing coming up.
Yes, and so I'm not going into it with these big expectations. I just know, and research shows, exercise is good for your heart, is good for your joints, it's good for your brain,
for sure.
And it's good for your mood.
Yeah.
The lift that I get just from the endorphins is motivation enough that it just kind of keeps me wanting to do it.
So the elliptical, I was really in that for years. Remember, you talked about it all the time, and I haven't done it in a while, I admit. But one of the things I would always say to myself in those days I didn't want to do it would be something like, well, listen, just get on it for 10 minutes, get something going. But once you get going, you go beyond 10 minutes. I tricked myself.
Oh, yes, yes.
That kind of worked for me.
And you think about how you feel. Sometimes I think about that feeling that you have after the exercise, and I try to say, oh, man, that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah. Let's go on to, so one of the top 10 was, number 2 was actually weight loss. So that's going to be, I just now realized you took the number 1 slot, weight exercise. I'm taking number 2, weight loss. And I'm going to say right off the bat, number 1, I'm not, no measuring weight. Scale's gone. I think the scale just becomes a hindrance. The scale becomes the goal instead of your health becoming the goal.
That's so true, and it can be deflating.
It is, because you expect, I should add a couple pounds of weight loss, and you don't see it. Weight is more complex than that, right? It's harder to really define. Now, that doesn't mean, you get on the scale once in a while, but I'm not going to really get on it too much. The main thing I'm doing, I have a shirt, and I have a pair of pants I really like. And when I'm at my ideal weight, I look good.
Dr. Mike, you want to get in that shirt?
So that's kind of how you measure it. And so maybe
I like that.
after 4 or 5 weeks, put that shirt on and say, it's getting better. You know what I mean? And then maybe another 4 or 5. So for me, it's the clothes. It's overall how you feel. So for me, it's not a scale. I'm gonna try to keep this more as a true lifestyle of health, and it's not a specific diet. We've talked about this. I'm not big into cutting out macromolecules. I'm not big in those specialty diets. For me, it works for me. It's just calorie restriction. I've kind of developed a plan I'm following. Because you were asking me about this, like how do you do all this? For 4 days, Monday through Thursday, the work week basically. Those are big calorie restriction days. Around 1,400 to 1,600 calories a day. Friday, because it's the end of the week, I allow myself to go up to 18. Have a couple glasses of wine with dinner on Friday. It's kind of nice. It's the end of the week. It's good. And then Saturday and Sunday are at 2,000 calories, which are just a little below my norm to
Right,
keep me
right.
equal. So it's kind of, you do it hard for a few days, but then the weekend, enjoy life a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think this will be more sustainable. At the end of every week, it's still calorie restriction. It's about a pound of weight loss,
Yeah.
not that bad.
Right.
And it's something that you can sustain for a long time.
I
Because
like
it's not
that.
too restrictive.
I like that, Dr. Mike.
That's going to be my plan. Now, a couple things. I know experts are going to tell you, make your goal specific. Like, how much weight do you want to lose?
Yeah.
Again, I'm stepping away from that a little bit and just focusing more on how I look, how I feel, my clothes, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But having a specific goal does work for some people.
Right, but I would have to interject here, Dr. Mike, to say don't think about the big goal. Yeah. Don't think about the 100, the 200 pounds, make the smaller chunks. If you're going to kind of have that weight loss goal, think about chipping away with the smaller chunks.
So if you have, let's say you need to lose 100 pounds, maybe forget the 100 pounds for a sec, maybe just start off 20 pounds.
Right.
And that's where you're going to focus. And when you hit that, celebrate for a day and then get back on another 20.
Right, but I'll have to tell you this, Dr. Mike. Personally, I feel like it all comes down to consistency.
Yeah. No, absolutely. The sustainability.
Right.
Being able to be consistent, and if you're going to be consistent, it means you need to be able to sustain it.
Right, and you'll turn around one day, and you'll be in that shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Those pair of pants.
And I like that calorie restriction idea because it's not carb cutting, it's not all that. You asked me, does that mean you count calories? You do, especially on those big days, that Monday through Thursday. But you tend to learn kind of the foods you eat.
Yeah.
And you kind of already know what those
so
you don't, it's not as hard as you think it is.
Right. I found that you kind of have to pay attention to calories in the beginning.
Yeah. But once you figure that out, you kind of know, this is basically my same breakfast.
Yep.
I know how many calories are in this.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Let's pause. Carol is on. Carol says hello. Thank you so much for joining, Carol. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Yeah. Or maybe this is a good time to talk about, how about not calling it New Year's resolution?
Yeah, let's ditch that
Let's ditch
name.
New Year's and let's just say a new resolution, a new habit, a new health strategy.
Yes, I think you said it doesn't matter if you started in March.
Yeah, you can start March 1st. It didn't have to be January 1st, right?
Right.
So what was that, Carolyn?
That was Carol.
See Carol, see if she has a new habit of health.
I like that.
That could be a book. New habit of health. All right, number 3. This one was mine too. Learn a new skill or hobby.
Okay, tell us about that.
I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know. I just think it just sounds good. I know it's good for your brain. When you pick up a new skill, a new language, my son right now is really big into, I don't know what program he uses, but he's learning Japanese and Spanish.
Nice.
At the same time. So maybe it's even a new language. So I'm looking into different things, but I think that's important, right?
Yes.
Keep your brain
An
active.
instrument?
Yeah.
Maybe you can learn to play the trumpet.
Like I'm not loud enough. I don't think you want me
That's what I'm thinking, like the trumpet fits you.
I don't think my son would like me bringing a trumpet home, but who knows? So I'll update you.
All right.
But that's something. But at the end of the day, new hobbies. It's engaging. You can even join social groups that have those hobbies. It's a great way to relate. If you're dealing with a family member that is maybe now retired, a little lonely, maybe their spouse passed away, new hobby, new friends, great way to engage, great way to keep the brain healthy and overall mood healthy. Right. So that's learn. So I'll update you in a little bit about that one. Okay. The next one is yours.
Yes. I wanted to talk about this. Now, everyone, this is the sappy part of the show, so just bear with me.
Cue the music.
Really?
Yes, go ahead.
Is that what you're doing to me?
Go ahead.
Okay, live life to the fullest. This should be a daily resolution. It may seem like a vague resolution, but it is so powerful. living life in the moment.
It's good, yeah.
So, you know, I wrote down some tips, Dr. Mike, because I thought about this and I meditated on this, and I said I want to provide something meaningful to our listeners. And so you have to take advantage of your time today because tomorrow is not promised.
There you go. That's very important.
Consider what's holding you back from living life to the fullest. Is it guilt? Is it anger? Is it unforgiveness? And you have to deal with those things, address them, heal from them, and move forward so that you can live in the present and you're not thinking about yesterday, and also you're not thinking about tomorrow.
Right, yeah.
That's what so many people live with, anxiety, and they can't just enjoy the moment. Enjoy your children because they're only children for you know, a very short period of time in life.
Reminds me of a psychiatrist I worked with, very famous guy years and years ago, Dr. Steinfeld. He said a lot of patients, because of depression, they're living in the past, but a lot with anxiety are living in the future, right? So mood disorders tend to be not present.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just being present, and this is where New Year's resolutions can sometimes backfire, Dr. Mike. Because
you got to be careful with them, yeah.
You have to be careful because if you don't keep them, then now you're feeling like you a failure.
Yeah, yeah. But remember, you can restart at any time.
Boom.
You can restart in March, in April. You can restart 100 times.
That's right.
That's fine. That's being human. We shouldn't think of I didn't make it this month. That's not a failure. It's okay. You can restart.
That's right. So
any other tips?
I think just practicing mindfulness,
like
and
that.
it doesn't have to be this huge ordeal. I'll give you an example. With my little bit of time where I eat, I usually will just sit at my desk and kind of start working while I'm eating. That time this week, it's a cool day in South Florida.
Oh, it's so nice.
I went outside.
Yes, good.
I didn't bring my phone.
Enjoy, yes. Put the phone away.
I just sat there and enjoyed my salad.
It's funny because this was a scene I saw. It was some concert. I don't remember what it was, or maybe it was some. Oh, it was maybe a Christmas recital for the kids, like at elementary school, and the camera in the back, which was the school's camera, right, was showing the stage, but you could see the parents, right, the backs of their heads, and all the parents had their iPads up like this, and to me, it's almost like you're recording something for the future, but it's happening now, and you're not even appreciating it now.
Oh my goodness!
It's
I
like
can
a
just
metaphor
get up
for
out
life.
of the seat and just jump.
It's a metaphor. It's like. Let me record this. No, put it down. It's right there.
That is very powerful.
You can get the tape from the school.
That is so, and you know, you find yourself doing it so often.
Yeah.
Put the phone down.
Put the phone away.
Enjoy the moment.
Maybe that would be a nice new healthy habit for a lot. What did I say before? New habit of health.
We'll
have to rewind to see what I said. But
it was magnificent.
But a new healthy habit might be for a lot of us. Less phone stuff.
Yeah. Although, unless we're trying to look at the chat
right
for our
now
show.
Right now it's appropriate. All right, so that was Live Life to the Fullest for Crystal. Basically, here's 4 reasons why new health habits fail. Let's just start saying it, right? They're vague rather than specific. The outcome can't easily be measured, like what's the goal? And just measure doesn't have to be a number. Remember, the weight loss for me is the shirt.
Right.
That's a goal, right?
Yes.
That it doesn't have to be a number. It can be a subjective, hey, wow, the pants fit now.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. They're not realistic. That's a big one, I think, for a lot of people. And the time frame in which the goal is to be achieved is not defined well.
Yeah.
So think about those with your new health habit.
And there's a way to kind of help you to remember how to set those goals.
Yes, I see it. I forgot the note. You have it in your notes. Yes.
SMART.
SMART. S-M-A. I said S-M-R-T.
So
S-M-A-R-T.
Specific is your S. Measurable, again, and it doesn't have to be a number.
Right.
Measurable, accepted, realistic, and time framed.
Nice. SMART.
SMART goals.
S-M-A-R-T. It's a great way to make not New Year's resolutions. We just now officially coined. For now on, we're going to say next year at this time, we're going to say, what are your new health habits? I think that's a better way of saying it.
Yes.
Dr. Crystal, fantastic show. Thank you for joining us today. Hey, by the way, share with us your new health habits. Tell us maybe the SMART.
Yes.
Maybe lay that out for us. We would like to hear from you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this show, we'd appreciate if you could like and share this with your friends. And we go live every Wednesday at
12 noon.
12 noon. So share that with your friends. You can also click the interested button, right?
And that's 12 noon Eastern Standard Time.
12 noon Eastern. Click the interested button so you never miss a show when we go live.
Yes.
Dr. Crystal, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you,
Did we
Dr.
have a
Mike.
call to action?
We do. Lifeextension.com/resolutions.
There it is. Go check that out to
There's
learn
an
more.
article, 6 ways to stay focused on your goals.
All right, awesome. I'm Dr. Mike. I'm going to thank you
Happy
again
New Year.
for joining us. Take care.